Hello, everyone out there in the streaming and podcast world. My name is Techie.
And my name is Talon.
Welcome, guys. This is our Disney Plus recap show. We have not done one of these in ages.
Since Falcon and the Winter Soldier was the last one we did, which was a few months back. Way before even Loki kind of even dropped, and we talked about what we were going to do. It's just like a lot of things happen, and
we talked about like maybe doing the Mighty Duck stuff, but that never really surfaced.
Mighty Ducks is just not like I watched the movie like Champions years ago, but it didn't really interest me, so I just waited for the Marvel stuff, and I think that's what I'm gonna do because like that's it. I'm keen for the Star Wars stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm waiting for that too.
Oh mate, we will be doing the Star Wars stuff hands down.
We're still gonna call it the Disney recap show because it's still part of Disney. We really need to get off Disney Plus recap shows, but like there's not a lot of good series in any other platform.
I mean, Rick and Morty season 5 started dropping this last week.
I need to really watch Rick and Morty. It's just, I don't know. My attention span for watching television series, if it's Marvel related, then yeah, I'll watch it. But if it's like not Marvel related, I don't know. I'll just watch it because I kind of lose myself on freaking YouTube videos. So like I'll probably just load up my phone and just like watch YouTube videos all the time. It's just part of me. But Loki's interesting. I will say this.
Loki has been very interesting. Now, I was confused at first when it came to. I'm just letting you all know now. This is obviously our spoiler review of the last 3 episodes. I mean, look, I think this is the beauty of our shows now dropping on Wednesdays.
Yeah,
because we haven't actually really reported it on that.
No, so dropping it. That was a problem with a lot of the Disney Plus shows for Marvel is that they were dropping on a Friday and then we do the show the next day and it didn't give us enough time to actually let people watch it. So now that I think majority of people have actually watched the latest episode, plus with the other 2 that came out like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, but this is the thing. Disney have now come out saying that all the Disney Plus shows are now coming out on Wednesdays.
Yeah,
from now on in.
Yeah.
So even when it comes down to the Star Wars stuff, it's going to give you guys a couple of days now. I mean, obviously, Bad Batch is still going. We really need to talk about Bad Batch at some point.
I haven't watched it yet. I still haven't watched it yet.
Get onto it.
I'm watching Loki.
You can watch Loki on Wednesdays and Bad Batch on Fridays.
Yeah, but I'm at LARP on friggin' Fridays.
Saturdays.
I'm resting. I'm like freaking resting for God's sake. So, that's it. It's just possible.
I see. Look, I mean, this is what I think though that Disney should be doing is they should be spanning out their episode drops. Not just all dump them on a Wednesday. They should be going like, okay, on Monday it's this show, on Tuesday it's this show, on Wednesday it's this show, and so on and so forth. I reckon that Disney should keep Star Wars stuff on a Friday, to be honest.
I agree. But at the same time, though, you really think it's going to stop them?
No. I mean, look, it's still brand new, right?
Mm.
This is all this content is what we were supposed to get last year.
Yeah.
Right?
We're supposed to get all this content last year, but
so
COVID
this
really
is
changed that.
Technically Disney Plus's first real year.
Yeah.
So I reckon after seeing this year, they're going to work out their kinks, figure it all out, and as soon as they get more content ready for the streaming service, then they will come over and probably start thinking about that way.
Yeah. Not on a sad note though, just unrelated to Loki and that. Today, actually, was it today? No, yesterday. Yesterday would have been the release date for the Batman.
I know.
I'm very, very sad about that. But instead, we got Fast 9, so
yeah,
I've been hearing bad press about Fast 9.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm saying a lot of people not like, including my sister. My sister's a huge Fast and Furious fan. She went along with my brother-in-law, and they didn't like it. They weren't a fan. It just didn't
fair enough.
Yeah, but anyway, that's unrelated. I don't know if I'll go see Fast and Furious. I only like the originals. I don't really like the new ones.
Fair enough.
I like Hobbs and Shaw. Hobbs and Shaw was actually a really decent amount of fun.
I ain't gonna watch it. But anyway, this is our Disney Plus show. This isn't the Fast and Furious show. Let's get into it, shall we?
It's all about family. Sorry, how does Vin Diesel say it? Family. All right, so we're going to jump right into it with the first episode.
Yeah, so what were your first initial thoughts on the first episode?
This is fine Asgardian leather. That's why we're... Oh, man. I really loved how they really started with that scene from Endgame that we all saw in Endgame where he just escapes. But then he ends up in the desert. I just loved when people approach him. He just gets up so quickly and stands up on a rock and just be like, I am Loki of Asgard, and I am filled with glorious purpose.
I have to say, that was a really good Tom Hiddleston impression there, my friend.
Why, thank you. Impressions are part of my game. I just really loved how it's not the Loki from Ragnarok, it's the Loki from 2012's Avengers. He hasn't really learned, but I really loved as well.
He's learning though, especially after that scene with him seeing his future.
Man, that was hard. That was heartbreaking.
Yeah, it really was heartbreaking. So,
you can see the regret. You can see the regret in his eyes. Like, thing is, what I loved the most about with him seeing his death. Spoiler alert! Came out years ago. Everyone's seen it, so it's not really spoiler alert.
It's up on here anyway.
Yeah. The thing is with me, the thing is that I loved is that he didn't die alone. Thor was there with him, holding him in the end.
Yeah.
And that's what really comforted me. The thing is, I don't think that's going to be this Loki's fate now. I honestly think his fate has changed.
You reckon?
I honestly believe that. Loki is one of Marvel's most biggest characters. I don't think they're going to just kill him off in Endgame. That everyone wanted to believe it, but I think that this series has another way of showing that, hey, that Loki died, but this version of Loki lives. I really loved his. I just love his.
In a related topic as well, like you were just talking then about how they don't think that you don't think that Marvel will kill off Loki, and Tom Hiddleston because of how much he brings to the franchise. Did you see that Scarlett Johansson this week made a sad post saying that she's pretty much leaving Black Widow? She's done after this movie.
Yeah, I saw that. Freaking hell, she made such a huge impact.
I don't want her to leave.
I don't want her to leave, but I really feel like she needs more time on the screen.
I feel like she needs to have her own prequel.
Yeah.
With the stuff that we kind of saw in Age of Ultron. I want to see that. I want to see that stuff.
I know, but you really...
I mean, we might see it in Black Widow.
Well, the thing is, we don't know what's going to happen in Black Widow. With Dead Set, I think it might show that stuff in Black Widow. The movie's all about her and her past and stuff like that. It's set in between the events of hang on,
Civil War.
Oh,
it's set in between the events of Civil War.
Yeah, Techie, can we go on quick hold for a second? I've got a cut in my leg and I'm bleeding. I need to go clean this up.
Okay. No problem.
I'm super sorry about that, everybody. I don't mean to this happen, but I've got a cut on my leg and it's bleeding and I need to go clean up. Nothing serious. I'm safe. I'm all right. It's just I got to go clean it up.
All right. No problem.
Just give me two. Actually, no. You know what? If you're all right to talk while I go grab something, I'm just going to grab a paper towel and I'll be back.
Okie dokie.
All right. Keep chatting because Dad said, I think the good thing to talk about as well is talk about Black Widow and how you feel like she needs her own prequel series, and I freaking agree with you. Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah. Keep it on. I'll be back.
All right. Yeah, so anyone that's live with me right now, come talk into the chat. But we, look, I feel like that she needs another solo film after this. I mean, look, as I said, we don't know what's going to happen in the Black Widow movie. Because as far as I'm aware, I think it got announced that it's set between Civil War and Infinity War. So I want to see some of this earlier stuff of her training which I think would be fantastic to see. If not a movie, that I'm calling for a Black Widow series as well. A Black Widow series would be fantastic. We've got Talon back.
Hello. Sorry about that. I did not expect that to happen. I've got I probably nicked a scab on my leg here probably, and just need to go clean it up. But I'm okay. I was listening in, and I do agree with you. I would love a prequel series. Like freaking Marvel has proved that they can do a great series. They proved it with WandaVision. They proved it with Falcon and Winter Soldier. And they're proving it with Loki, and I really think that they should. I mean, but the thing is, they've got such a huge lineup of characters. Like, we've had Black Widow since Iron Man 2. We've had her in Captain America: The Winter Soldier. We had her in Avengers: Age of Ultron. We had her in Captain America: Civil War.
We had her in Avengers.
In Avengers, yes. Well, sorry about that. We had her in Infinity War, and we had her in friggin' Endgame as well. She's been in a lot of movies. I would love to see a prequel series. Hell, I would actually like to see a prequel series way before she even goes to join S.H.I.E.L.D. Hell.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want. I want her origin.
Yeah, I'd love her origin. I would. I think they might give us that in Black Widow.
They have to. If she's kind of hinting that she's leaving, then I feel like she should.
I don't think it's well deserved because I love Scarlett Johansson, and I feel like she wants to move on from this role. A lot of actors really do. Like Dead Set, Robert Downey Jr. did it. Robert Downey Jr. has been in almost the same amount of movies as Scarlett Johansson, and sooner or later, Chris Hemsworth will as well.
Well, with Loki, anything's possible.
Yeah, anything is possible. Like, remember when we watched the trailer and we all thought that was Black Widow in the trailer, but it's actually not. It was.
I didn't think it was Black Widow. I mean, later on I did, but at first I thought it was someone that we'll get into when we hit episode 3.
Mephisto confirmed. Oh God, sorry. Anyway,
okay, but back to this. So, my question for you is, what are you thinking of Owen Wilson?
Wow.
Wow.
I'm really sad as well that they confirmed he's not going to say that in the series.
I know.
I'm deeply my day is ruined.
You're deeply offended.
I'm deeply offended and my day is ruined. No, I'm genuinely surprised. I really like him.
Yeah.
I really like Owen Wilson's character, Agent Morbius. I really love that. I really love how I just love when he first meets Loki and he's just like, you taking to kill me? No, I'm taking you somewhere to talk. I don't want to talk. Oh, please, you want to talk. You like to talk all the time. Talk. And he's right. Freaking hell, Loki likes to talk. He likes to gloat. And that's what leads to his failure.
And look, this is a spoiler for episode 3, but he even says that.
He likes to talk.
And he knows that he's always right.
Yeah, that's the thing. Loki's always right. He's done some things that a lot of people question. But the thing is, do you blame him? When Odin revealed to him, about his true birth, about where he comes from, he feels like his whole life was kind of meaningless.
Mm.
And I see what he wants. He doesn't want to do evil. I mean, that's what he said in the first one. He doesn't like hurting people.
No.
He doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to hurt anybody. He wants to feel loved. He wants to feel appreciated. And also, deep down, he really is his brother. And you saw that when when Thor said in Ragnarok, like, Loki, I thought the world of you.
Mm.
And even Thor had lost so much trust in Loki. I don't blame him. And when he saw Odin pass in Thor Ragnarok, you can see that tear in his eye and that sadness. But I felt it even more when he saw his mother pass. Feel like you feel that more in Dark World too, but you can feel that here just ripping through because this is a Loki that hasn't experienced that yet. He doesn't experience that for another couple of years.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what makes it even more sad for me, because I'm just like, dude, the guy just found out his mom is going to die. That's going to be the worst feeling. Like, it's a terrible feeling when your mother does die, but it's even worse feeling knowing that she's going to die, and and you've seen it.
It's not just that though, but it was also because of him that she died.
Yeah, it was because of him. Because what was he trying to do? He was trying to get.
He was trying to get Thor done.
But his mother was there, and he realized he'd done that.
Yeah, he sent him to the wrong room.
Yeah. I bet you any money when he sees that, he's like, I killed my own mother.
Mm.
And like, you saw that, and especially when he, in Dark World, he just almost tears his room apart. Absolutely just wants to demolish everything in that room, in his cell. Yeah. I really don't look, I haven't really talked much about Dark World because Thor Dark World is not my favorite Thor film movie, but it had a good moments, especially with, how they are tying into Loki. A lot of these scenes, especially with Endgame, when they go back and get the freaking the Reality Stone. Yeah. I love the fact that Dark World is now actually playing an important part in the Marvel Cinematic Universe compared to when it first came out all those ages ago. But no, just that scene with him seeing his death at the hands of Thanos, I was just like, God damn, it's gonna be like the worst feeling knowing that in a few years you're gonna die. Yeah. He doesn't even but the thing is I really love about it, the fact is he doesn't die a coward. He dies trying to defend his brother.
Wasn't just dying to defend his brother. He was dying to defend the rest of Asgard.
Because he knows he loves Asgard so much. He really does. And I really love the fact is that how much he would give. I know for a fact how much Loki would sacrifice for his home. Because he doesn't say, he says he doesn't care about Asgard, but I call it bull. Oh, he just doesn't want to admit it.
No, exactly. I have to get to one of my favorite bits though, was when he was running away from the TVA in the first episode though, and then he grabs the the time changer thing that Morbius was using for him to be if he went to go run off, he brought him back that device thing, and the woman's chasing him in. And he's like, "Ooh."
He just keeps doing it. He just keeps doing it. I'm just like, that's going to be a lot of fun. But the thing that shocked me the most is when
that's classic Loki.
That's classic Loki. But the one thing that shocked me the most is when Loki finds out about the multiple fucking Infinity Stones in that guy's drawer.
Yeah, that was a big plot point.
But it makes sense because the Infinity Stones only work in their universe. The TVA is not set in the universe. It's set outside the universe. So the Infinity Stones are just glorified paperweights.
They are glorified paperweights. But I also want to bring you back.
Yeah.
Right? When he gets taken into the TVA, which, by the way, the TVA...
the Time Variant Agency?
No, the clock-looking character.
Miss Minute.
Miss Minute. Do you know who voices that?
It's Tara Strong.
Yeah, it's Harley Quinn, dude.
It's Harley Quinn and Batgirl as well. Don't forget.
Yeah.
I was really happy about that.
And Bubbles too. She's also Bubbles.
Yeah, that's right. She's also Bubbles as well. Forgot about that. God damn it. Yeah, no. I was really shocked by that. I was like, hang on a second. Where do I know that voice? Types it in. Oh my god, it's freaking Tara Strong. You know what's funny? She actually liked one of my photos on Instagram years ago.
Oh, did she? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it was years ago though. But anyway, like I said, I was really happy with that. But back to the Infinity Stones. I saw comments getting mad at going, oh, kind of is what is the point of Endgame kind of pointless now? I'm like, well, no, it's not.
No. So this is what I wanted to get to. What I wanted to get to is when she's during his trial and she's talking to him about the time travel and what you've done and all that stuff. He goes, "Oh, I don't know. What about the Avengers?" "Oh no, that was supposed to happen." Do you remember that scene?
Yeah, I remember that scene. Like that was supposed to happen. What they were meant to go back in time.
Yeah.
I thought that breaches the TVA. So that's the thing I don't get about the TVA. They said they've existed all this time. All right. They said they've done all these things. That would mean that they literally knew about Thanos and they knew about what he was going to do.
Right. But after episode 3, I'm starting to see the cracks turning on the TVA.
Yeah, I am, because look what the
Well,
other
okay.
variant.
We'll break
I'm
it.
not going to say the name. I'm not going to say the name, but the
sure?
other variant. Yeah, I'm not going to say the name yet until we get to it. But the other, look what the other variant proved in episode 2, and Loki also confirmed as well that this variant has found a way to completely avoid and just absolutely ignore the TVA's rules and how to basically beat them at their own game. This person, this variant of Loki, it is a variant of Loki. They confirmed it in episode 1 that that this variant has found a way to hide from the TVA and has to hide in apocalypses.
Yep.
And the crazy
so
thing
that comes into episode 2.
Yeah.
About apocalypses.
I found it really sad when he's reading about what happened to Asgard and reads about Ragnarok. Who sees like the turn. I didn't know how many people died on that island.
Well, I'm also wondering if that's also counting the ship.
Yeah. The thing is that annoys with the TVA. It's like everything happens.
Everything bad that's happened
is because of them.
They know, yeah.
They know. Like, can you imagine, like, if, like, for instance, if Thor found out about the TVA after Thanos' like snap half the universe? Like, my God, he would get pissed. He would literally go there and destroy the whole place.
Oh, yeah.
I think he would absolutely lose his mind. He would probably go berserker rage and just kill everybody because, like, look what happened to him after he killed Thanos. He was a failure. He felt like he failed everybody. Can you imagine if you find out, like, wait a minute, there's a time agency, they let this happen, they knew about it? Like, can you imagine being the people who work there? And, like, the thing that shocked him the most is in episode 3, when Loki finds out that all the people who are at the TVA, they're variants as well.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to get to before. It was that's where I'm starting to see the cracks unfolding on them.
Yeah.
On the TVA, and I think the TVA are actually the bad guys in this.
I really believe. Yeah, I'm with you 1,000,000% on it. I really think they are the bad guys in this, and I really am kind of scared.
And Mephisto is attached to it.
Well, you know what? I actually wouldn't shorthand that because the statue.
No, I can shorthand it. They've confirmed he's not in it.
Okay, but one of the statues in there looks like a very well-known villain, and that's Kang the Conqueror. He's actually pictured in the statues for the timekeepers. Also, I would believe he'd be a timekeeper. He's a time traveler. He travels back in time, and he's one of the Avengers' most dangerous villains next to Thanos.
Oh yeah. See, at first, like I knew the second time I saw it was Kang the Conqueror, but the first time I really saw it properly was when they started mentioning about Apocalypse and everything like that. I was like going, could that be our entrance originally to the X-Men? But then I was like, wait, no, it's not. That's not Apocalypse. That's not Apocalypse. That's Kang.
Yeah, Apocalypse is actually Ivan Ooze. Get it right.
I know.
Oh God, I'm sorry. That's another movie I kind of want to do on the rip because I really did. They hyped up friggin' X-Men Apocalypse and it turned into a disaster. And the next movie after that was worse.
Mm-hmm.
That's X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Oh yeah,
I didn't like that film anyway, but that's for another day. Back to Loki. What do you think of the variant? Okay,
so the variant's identity comes actually in episode 2.
Episode 2. We see what the variant looks like. He is not a he.
We have got Lady Loki.
Yes, we finally have Lady Loki, and I'm actually really happy about it. Though a lot of people are like, well, why does she have black hair? And I'm like, maybe she will. I mean, maybe, but then again, I really like it because I like her crown piece, how it's one horn there, but another one's broken off, which was really cool.
Now,
I also really love her name. It's not Loki. It's Sylvie.
she does
Her name's
not like
Sylvie.
it. She does not like being called Lady Loki.
No, she doesn't like being called Loki. She
Oh,
hates
yeah.
being called Loki. She hates
Yeah.
being called Loki.
Yeah. Now, in episode 3, I made a little joke to myself when we got the time stamp on where we were on that planet.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see what the timestamp was? What year?
Wasn't it like 2077? Cyberpunk 2077. And it was a good theme because it's a collapsing planet, just like how the game is.
That was my joke. I was there going, it's CD Projekt Red. But no, I'm loving her character.
I really am too. I really love her character a lot. I really think it's a unique look of, hey, there's more than just one Loki. There's others.
There are others. I'll be very keen to hear the other.
Yeah, well, one thing I'm really happy about as well is they showed in the trailer we're gonna get President Loki soon. I don't know what episode, which I'm actually really happy for. I really hope it's not a variant.
I'm wondering if it's next episode.
I hope so.
Because I feel like the stuff we've seen in the trailers have been between episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. I don't know what they're going to do in the other episodes. I don't know if we're even going to see the Timekeepers. I'd love to see what the Timekeepers look like.
I reckon they'd have to. That's Sylvie's mission. That's her mission.
If she wants to. What's her mission? What do you think her mission is?
I thought she said it. I'm pretty sure her mission was to actually destroy the Timekeepers.
Yeah, because Loki wants to take over the TVA. I'm like, that's not what Sylvie wants to do. Sylvie wants to fucking kill them.
Maybe that President Loki is actually for the TVA.
Oh, maybe. Why? But in the trailer, you saw it like his people he's with actually draw their weapons on him. I'm like, what?
Exactly my point.
The
TVA don't like him. They don't trust him, remember?
No, they don't.
They've tried to kill him multiple times already.
Yeah, they have.
So
I do hope he how do you feel about the cinematographer this episode?
Dude, I was digging the purple.
Me too. I was just like, is this what Night City's supposed to look like? Sorry, I'm going to be throwing some Cyberpunk references because we really don't like that game now, don't we? Oh, God.
I haven't played it in a while. Yeah, but I'm running it on a newer console, so I haven't had as many issues as other people have.
Yeah, like me. I've run into I had so many fucking issues with that godforsaken thing. It's insane how many issues I ran into it. Ugh, annoyed the hell out of me. But anyway, I really love this episode. This is a good episode. This is an interesting series. I love it when Marvel does interesting. Like they did it. They take a risk with one character.
Oh, mate, I feel like they didn't really take a risk really with Falcon the Winter Soldier. I feel like that was just like a generic Captain America movie, spanned out over a series. But for me, their biggest risk, I feel like Loki has been a bigger risk. I can't talk tonight.
You think their biggest risk was WandaVision?
Their biggest risk was WandaVision.
And I think it paid off.
Oh, mate, by the end of that series, it definitely paid off.
Everyone wanted a second season.
I still want a second season.
I want a second season too.
But
I doubt we're going to get one though.
No, Elizabeth Olsen confirmed that there isn't.
Yeah, well, it's fine though, because the thing is, she's got a busy schedule.
She's got a busy schedule, plus her story's not finished. We already know that. We know that her story is continuing on in Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah, which she said that afterwards that she's filming that. She went straight from filming WandaVision straight into filming Doctor Strange 2.
Which I believe that end credit scene was actually a shot for Doctor Strange.
Yeah, 2. I honestly believe that too. We'll have to wait and see though.
But look, I'm a big fan of what they're doing over there at Marvel.
Yeah, me too. Still don't trust Disney though. No offense.
I mean, look, they're still under Disney, yes, but they're their own studio.
Feige. I trust Kevin Feige. I do. I really do trust that man. I trust him a lot.
Yeah, me too. You know, because he's proven himself time and time again. Yeah, they've had flops here and there, like Iron Man 3, and Dark World, but they pay off. They all pay off.
They all pay off. They pay off like they all can tell a good story. Like they all do. Like they actually all connect back. Like, especially with Thor, Dark World.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, Shang-Chi. Oh boy.
That new trailer that dropped. I haven't actually watched it yet, but I've been seeing every like second thing on my news feeds is who made a cameo in the trailer, and that was Abomination. You know, so
Abomination.
It all pays off.
It does all pay off. It makes me happy. Pays off in the end.
But no, look, I am loving. I am actually really loving Owen Wilson's character. Like I'm going all the way back to that.
Morbius is funny. I fucking love him so much. I'm like talk about such a great cast. Like you cast a guy that is known for a lot of his comedy in that. Also known for a lot of his drama roles as well. And you put him in a Marvel universe. This is his first time he's ever been in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I truly believe he is paying it off big time.
He is. But I'm curious. I can't remember her name, but like the president or whatever her name is, or whatever that her role is. At the beginning of episode 3. No, sorry, during episode 2. Yeah. If it he says, "Come on, please, for old time's sake." What's their backstory?
I'm curious.
What's their backstory?
That would mean that if the time agency, if the TVA are all variants, that must mean that Morbius has got to be a variant too.
Yes.
That would mean that he's a variant, but the question is though, like, a variant of what? And who are the timekeepers? And like, why have we only heard about them now? I don't think they've been around for eons. I really believe they've only just popped up.
They have to.
They have to. They can't have been around for eons.
I mean, we would have heard from them during Doctor Strange.
And the thing is,
he would know about them.
The thing is, if they've been around for eons, that must mean that what? Did they try to change and control the Celestials? The Celestials are gods. In the Eternals, you really think that the Eternals would really have any? The TVA would control the Eternals? No, they're fucking gods. They can do whatever they want.
I was going through TikTok. Not a reliable source. I know that.
Oh, yeah.
But somebody was watching, I think, Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think it was.
Yeah.
And there's like this little area, like this bubble city. There's a city that's in a bubble.
Is that in the thingo? In the
quantum realm?
In the quantum realm, yeah.
Yeah. And somebody was pointing out thinking that that's the TVA.
That they're in the quantum realm. Maybe, but I doubt that though.
I doubt it too. But the reason why is just it looked like that building that we see in the first episode.
Seeing as we don't know where the TVA is even located. Like, are they located on the ground? Are they located in the pocket universe? I don't think they're related, like connected into the quantum realm because of just how dangerous the quantum realm is. Also, if they were in the quantum realm and that place was in the quantum realm, you really, I honestly think Janet would have gone down there to see it. She was down there for years.
Exactly.
So I don't think that's the
unless maybe she's a variant.
At this rate, fucking everybody's a variant now.
Like everyone was Mephisto too. It's true.
It's not true. Mephisto's not in this.
No, I'm talking about like with WandaVision. Like it's a whole new theory now. Everyone's a variant now, just like as everyone in WandaVision was.
Oh my god, the Mephisto thing.
Was
Even
Mephisto.
you and I got freaking caught up on it.
Well, there was a lot of subtle hints. Like you can't blame us.
Yeah, I know. You can't blame us. There were a lot of subtle hints. Let me fucking tell you, there were fuck
And
ton.
then to have that hint again in episode 1 of this show.
There was another one. Oh yeah, with the statue. We all thought that
Wasn't the statue? It was like the stained glass window.
Oh yeah. No,
Showing the devil. Yeah, but
we all thought that was no, it wasn't though. Sadly,
yeah,
something
no.
else. Really.
Like so like look, they announced that he's not in this.
No, of course they have to, because everyone's just. I don't get why everyone just wants Mephisto.
No, see, they announced it when the trailer dropped because that shot was also in the trailer. And so everyone was talking about that again. It reignited those theories again because it popped up in the trailer. They know he has to be coming. Like, you cannot keep doing these subtle hints. He has to be coming.
He has to be coming along very soon. I really hope they do, because that would mean one thing. If Mephisto is around, Ghost Rider's around.
Oh, yeah.
And I really want Ghost Rider to be in the MCU.
I mean, anything can happen in the multiverse.
Well, the thing is, he's already been in the MCU. He's confirmed to be in the MCU. Freaking, what is it? Danny. Oh, Gabriel Luna's character, who played Ghost Rider in the Age of Ultron, in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. series, that Ghost Rider is around. And the thing is, he can actually travel just like Doctor Strange uses. He uses his chain to actually travel around.
No, they have pretty much said that anything from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is not canon.
How, though? It's in the MCU.
No, because it was under a whole new TV banner universe, so it wasn't it was connected, but was not really connected. Just like Netflix, they like with Daredevil, they talked about the Battle of New York, but that's it.
They just call it the event. The event.
Yeah.
I don't get Marvel why they don't allow.
It's not Marvel. It was more with Disney, because it was also done by ABC, so they couldn't. It was a different director. So there's Kevin Feige, and then there was some. I can't remember the other guy's name. But then there was another guy that was in charge of the TV world at that time.
Please tell me he's not part of it anymore.
No.
Good, because the TV show, and his thing now that Marvel actually learning, they're doing it with their own freaking platform, is that they're actually connecting the shows.
Well, this is Phase 4.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah. Speaking of Marvel, hold on a second. I need to make a quick change. Hold on. Do 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 do. Techie is waiting for me to return. Aha! Perfect. I got the shirt to fit the occasion.
Honestly, I thought you were going to bring out your Punisher cosplay for a second.
No, that's sitting over there. That takes a lot longer to get into. Besides, it's a new shirt today, and I wanted to wear it because it's Venom, and I'm really excited for Venom. I'm really excited for Venom 2, man.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Venom 2.
Yeah, I'm excited for it because, dude, I love Venom, and I'm also excited
see Carnage.
Yeah, to see freaking Carnage, man. What's it called? Venom Extreme Carnage?
Let There Be Carnage.
Let There Be Carnage, yeah. Let There Be Carnage. Yeah, that's it. I'm excited. I'm really excited. So I got this shirt today because I'm just like, I'm a Venom fan. But anyway, back to Loki. Hmm.
I loved. Well, actually, at first, I thought the shopping complex was the exterior shot for the TV show Superstore for Cloud9.
I knew you were making that reference. I saw it and I was just like, are they trying to like do like The Mist or something like that? Kind of like friggin' Stephen King reference because it's a Superstore and it's like a really bad storm and that. I'm like, you know what? They would probably do that.
Well, that happened in the TV show Superstore, right? There was an actual like tornado or something like that that went through the town.
Yeah.
In one episode and just destroyed the city. I was like, this looks exactly like that episode.
No, it was actually really decently set up and I really liked it. I really loved how smart this variant of Loki is. Like, she played Loki for the full in that episode.
She did. I also want to mention, like, too, in episode 3 when they go to the rundown town first.
Yeah.
Now, to me, where did they film? Where did they film Loki? Did they film it in London?
I think they filmed a lot of it in London and that, but I do believe some of those scenes probably were filmed in the same type of studio setup as they did for The Mandalorian. Remember how they had that 3D like studio in that?
I think the later one with the fancier side of the town, definitely.
Yeah.
But the rundown, abandoned town.
Yeah.
I want to know where that was shot.
I'd love to see
because
I'd love to know if they've got like filming locations because they had to film some of it in lockdown and stuff like that.
I'm on a page right now that's telling us exactly where it
was. How do you feel about going back to Pompeii?
I liked Pompeii, but the thing that I was getting at was the abandoned town kind of looked like a reused set for Star Wars.
Yeah, I honestly think that too. It's like a reused set.
Just the futuristic stuff. It just looked like reused either Jakku or Tatooine.
Yeah, I swear to God, can you imagine if like a scene of just like Loki like kind of finding stuff from the desert, find like parts,
and as Jawa just walks apart,
or he finds a blaster on the ground, or he's digging in one spot and he digs up where Luke and Leia's lightsabers are.
No, he digs the sand and ends up finding Jar Jar.
Jar Jar's corpse. Oh God! Like, are you a Jedi? What are you?
But
oh,
no,
God.
that look. This is one thing that that you said with what they used the Mandalorian with the new technology that they're using.
It's mind-boggling how they use it's like for such a small studio and how like it's got we're going away from 3D stuff. Like we're going away from the
like
3D CGI, and we're actually using it's a real studio. And they've got like real props and everything around it, but the background is all not real, but it looks so realistic.
Well, it's real, but it's not real.
Yeah, because it moves with you. Like when you move, it moves with you. That's why a lot of those great scenes in The Mandalorian look so goddamn real. Like him walking around Tatooine, or even some of the city shots as well, especially when on the ships and that. A lot of those scenes were filmed on those ships, and I really loved that. I really loved all those scenes. Like even with a lot of people give the CGI Luke Skywalker a lot of crap, but honestly, I really loved it because
dude. I mean, Mark Hamill was there.
Fucking fireworks! My God, did you hear that?
I fucking hope that was fireworks.
Yeah, it was fireworks. I heard the crackle.
Okay, good.
If it wasn't fireworks, I'll get my prop gun.
Get in your Punisher outfit.
I'll get my armor ready. I'll get my armor ready. Fucking hell. I really hope so too, man. Oh, boy.
Next minute, sirens.
I swear I'm in the ghetto, okay? I swear I'm not going to walk outside and start firing off shots to people. I swear to God I'm not going to do that, okay? It's okay. Yeah.
No, so what I was getting to is there were a couple of parts where I was like, ooh, that looked fake. Like just
in Loki?
Yeah, in Loki, where they're running towards
the
like all the explosive Yeah, I think it was the ship.
Yeah, that
There was
felt
just some.
really.
There was just some like parts where they felt they looked really stiff, and the
Yeah,
acting was just a bit like, what are we looking at?
I didn't really like that part because it just felt like
It felt stiff.
it felt stiff and it didn't feel like Loki. I'm like him like trying to use his powers to get to the ship. I'm like, come on, we're almost there. I'm like, this doesn't feel like Loki to me. This doesn't feel like something he would do.
Oh yeah, well there's that. Plus, also looked like he used the Force at one point.
Yeah, I was like, what type of powers do you got, Loki? You're a trickster god, but also you have Force-related powers? Like, what's going on here?
I've got this.
I've got this. Is he a god or a Jedi?
I know.
Let's discuss.
Maybe he's both.
Maybe
Why can't we have both?
Dun, 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 dun. Starts playing. But you had one.
What did you think of the fireworks?
I love that.
magic,
I love
yeah.
that. He can cause illusions. He's an illusionist.
He
He's
is.
he's a magician.
And drunk Loki. Oh,
It's just as funny as drunk Thor.
I think he's even funnier than drunk Thor.
Did you see the reference to Thor? It's so great. Another.
Yeah.
I saw that. Like, I see what you did there. It's a fucking reference to Thor, the original Thor movie. Man, you know what's funny? You know what I laugh about the original Thor movie is finding out that Chris Hemsworth bleached his eyebrows for that.
I know.
I'm like, I mean, commitment, yeah, but also that's just weird. Do you find it really weird going back and seeing all the original costumes they used to wear?
Yeah.
How
in saying that though, I love the progression that we get. Like even look at us with getting a comic book accurate Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, I see the difference between her first costume, like the leather jacket and like the skirt and everything. I was like, oh yeah, I see. And then we see like her costumes for like Civil War.
Slowly starts changing,
and everyone's all like, oh, they're not going to do her original look because it's just a leotard with a cape. I'm like, well, they kind of did that in WandaVision. They did that look.
Oh yeah.
But then finally they gave her iconic costume with the crown, and they really nailed the look. And I'm really happy with that. I also was really happy with. I also still find it funny going back and seeing Chris Hemsworth Thor costume, seeing how big that fucking cape was, and just how weirdly proportional.
And it wasn't just that, but even his shoulders just looked so big and puffed up.
I'm like, and also, how about the Avengers Captain America suit?
I actually really dig the Avengers Captain America suit.
I don't like it. I hate it so much. He looks strange. Like, come on, why give him a full suit with a rubberized helm? It makes no sense. I love how they reinvented it in Age of Ultron, or even better in Civil War when they gave him the strike suit. I really like that. I look at that suit and I'm like, oh god, that looks terrible. Just no. Why couldn't you just? I mean, I love Coulson, no wrong, but like, just dude. Why did you design it this way?
He tried to keep it as close as it's because he tried to keep it as original as possible.
He could have just worn his original World War II uniform and put that on. Spoiler alert, he did wear that in Winter Soldier.
He did.
And he looked better with that on. And then, like I love how they do Age of Ultron. They really gave him improved costume. And then Civil War, improved costume. And also, finally, a full-on scale armor Captain America in Endgame. And, like, I look at that costume and I'm like, why? Another costume that really needed an update a lot was Hawkeye, especially in the first Avengers.
No. Dude, even I didn't even like it in Thor. That's the first time we met him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was just wearing like a jacket and everything. I'm like, who's that? Is that Hawkeye? What?
Yeah, it's just a subtle hint going, oh, nice job, Hawkeye, or something like that. You're like, oh, shit, okay, he said it.
Have you got him, Clint? I'm like, oh, look, there he is. Oh, was it in a few seconds? bullshit. But no, I loved his costume he wore in actually the Civil War. I really like that one. That's my favorite. But the Ronin outfit's always going to be my favorite from now on.
Oh,
both those costumes are great, but the Ronin one looks awesome because he's Ronin. And I'm actually had a really good reason why he became Ronin because, well, his family was snapped away and he's got no reason to fucking live. So
he didn't really know either what was going on.
No, he had no idea because 1 minute he was on the farm with his family, next minute, they're gone.
I'm surprised he didn't know though. Like, I know he retired.
Well, he was forced in retirement because of the agreement he gave with the Accords. I'm surprised he didn't go with Cap, but I can understand why because, well, he wants to be with his family, so he's whatever reason.
Exactly, but I'm surprised Nat didn't contact him at any period.
She probably couldn't because they're monitoring it.
True.
But, that's another thing, yeah. But no, costume-wise, Loki's one's been improved. He's had more costume changes than I would say.
He's had more costume changes, but they all are roughly the same.
Except
they're hardly changing. Yeah, the president one's different.
The president one's different. The most significant change I think they had was between Dark World and Ragnarok. In Ragnarok, they gave everybody a freaking changeover. Even Thor. Thor's armor was very different when you see him.
It's not just the armor, dude. He got the haircut.
Yeah, well, Chris Hemsworth wanted that. He really wanted a haircut because he wanted a break from the long wig for a while because it was just really stressful. So
but it wasn't just that though. He even then lost his eye.
Yeah, but he got his eye back. He
did get his eye back
in Infinity War. But another thing as well I really loved, makes me happy, is the set photo from Thor: Love and Thunder. Is that
Melissa McCarthy? Wait, what if Melissa McCarthy is a variant?
Stop it. Don't make me think that. No, I really loved as well when Chris Hemsworth showed how his production had wrapped on Thor: Love and Thunder. You also notice as well the long hair. That's not a wig. That's his actual hair. So he's actually grown his hair out for this role.
Oh, yeah, he has.
Yeah, which I'm actually really happy with because, dude, look how fucking big Hemsworth is.
Oh, no. Oh,
he's a tank.
He is a tank.
He's more buff than fucking Downey was or even Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah. I mean, Downey didn't really need to be that buff, let's be honest. He's got a suit built around it.
Yeah, but honestly, did you see all the scenes of Tony when he's not wearing a suit?
Oh yeah, of course.
Robert Downey Jr. ain't no skinny little guy like Mark Ruffalo.
No.
I love how everyone's just like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "I'm Mark Ruffalo."
Hey, I mean, we are really off track here with Loki stuff.
We're talking about Thor. It is Marvel.
But we have seen a little couple of set photos too of She-Hulk.
Oh shit! Really? I didn't. I haven't.
Didn't you know about that? I feel like I swear I sent that to you. Yeah, we got some photos of She-Hulk last week or so. It's not much, I don't think. Let me just try and bring it up here. Where is it? Here we go. Let me screen share.
Yeah, go for it.
Here we go.
Oh shit! It's Mark Ruffalo. He's actually on set.
Yeah, man.
New photo of Mark Ruffalo on the set of Disney Plus She-Hulk series. So who's the female actress? Is that She-Hulk?
I'm not sure.
But
here's something. The person that's also behind She-Hulk was on WandaVision.
Yeah, I see the shirt there on WandaVision. So honestly, I really love
that shirt.
This is on. I want that shirt too now. So obviously that might be. I don't think that's the actress playing She-Hulk.
Yeah, look, somebody here saying who is the woman. Per the source note, she's a stunt woman / actress. These pics aren't on her Facebook page, so they must have been pulled. If they had to guess, they'd say she's playing Tatiana. And it's also at Pinewood Studios, Atlanta.
Okay, so shit. So I'm actually glad that that Mark Ruffalo. Look, come on, you can't have She-Hulk without a Hulk appearance.
Exactly.
I really hope that they can do like. I saw a photo on Twitter. Someone showed Hulk, like Professor Hulk, and what he looked like in Endgame next to the Abomination 2.0. And I'm like, can I get the Hulk from the Incredible Hulk and not this Hulk from Endgame? Because I'm going to be honest here. I really think Marvel did dirty on Hulk, in my opinion.
I don't know. I don't know. I really
love Incredible Hulk. Incredible Hulk. The fight between the Incredible Hulk and the Abomination is still one of my favorite monster mashes of all freaking time. I loved how he was in Ragnarok. He was a gladiator in freaking Ragnarok. It was It was Gladiator Hulk. It's literally Planet Hulk. That's what it was.
My favorite thing though with this new Hulk was in Endgame, where he sees his old 2012 self just wrecking havoc, and he's like, "Oh, geez,"
because he didn't know about that. Bruce didn't know about what he had done because he doesn't remember that much.
No, he doesn't. But it was just the embarrassment, like, yeah.
But the thing is, Cap told him to do that.
Oh yeah. Hulk
Cap told him to bring Hulk smash. I just loved how he did it in Endgame. It's just like, he's just like hitting. That's what I think. I think that with Professor Hulk, I just didn't really connect with him that well. I love Mark Ruffalo. I really love Hulk. I've always appreciated the duality between the characters, and I felt really bad that we didn't get that it was just Mark Ruffalo's CGI face on a Hulk, but we didn't get Lou Ferrigno as Hulk again. He was the original guy that's played Hulk. He was the guy that played Hulk, the live action Hulk in the original television series. He also did a lot of the mocap work for Hulk because he just knew how to do it, especially his face. You'll notice
the one with Eric Bana.
Yeah, no, not with the one with Eric Bana. No. From majority of the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, the Incredible Hulk, yeah.
Yeah, the Incredible Hulk, but also for the original Hulk, the Incredible Hulk TV series they did. But also he did his face on Hulk. That's not Mark Ruffalo's face. That is Lou Ferrigno's face. They used him as the basis model for the Hulk, especially his voice as well. You'll hear a lot. It's like a mix mash of Lou Ferrigno's and Mark Ruffalo's voice, especially when he talks to Loki in Avengers. He's like, "Beauty God." I'm like,
yeah,
that's literally a mix mash because Lou Ferrigno was the original guy that did Hulk, the live action version. Yeah. He was the first one to ever do a live action Hulk. And the really cool thing about it is I love that. You don't get that in Professor Hulk. It's not my favorite version of the Hulk. I mean, I can understand why, but at the same time though, I am always going to be, my favorite Hulk really is the World Breaker Hulk in the comics because he is that OP. He literally almost destroys the entire planet. No. World Breaker Hulk. World Breaker Hulk. He is that powerful. He almost destroys the entire planet he almost destroys an entire planet just by stepping.
Yeah.
He's radiating with that. But the most terrifying one is the Immortal Hulk. He comes out at night and he is extremely intelligent. He's virtually impossible to defeat because he's that strong. But anyway, that's way off topic of Loki. How did you feel about Loki trying to trick that lady and getting blown away by that freaking sound gun? That was hilarious.
At first, I thought he had her.
Yeah, and no, she fucking caught on real quickly.
Yeah, he would never say something so nice to me like that in 30 years. But fair enough. That's how he caught on.
And that's what actually was just like, yeah, Loki can try and trick people, but like, if Loki doesn't know something that they know, that's how he gets caught.
Exactly.
I just loved how Sylvie tried to use brute force and she just instantly got blown away. I may have chuckled a little bit.
He's like, told ya.
Then he got his comeuppance
we also got his sexual orientation type thing.
Yeah, he's bisexual.
Yep.
Which I knew about for a long time.
I mean, look, I've seen people and they're being a bit pissed about it, and I don't understand why. It's not because it's what the world's trying to do. It's not them trying to push their agenda.
No, it's not.
That's Loki. Like even myth, the actual myth of Loki.
Yeah, the myth of Loki. Yeah,
he was.
Yeah. What's on that note? Techie, I would love a 5-minute break because my throat is as dry as ever and I need some water.
Sure, we can do a 5-minute break.
But we'll be back, guys, with more on Loki and more on Marvel and our thoughts on this series so far. And then at the end of it all, we'll give you our final rating for episode 3. And,
episode 3, 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. That's right, because we haven't done any other recap series for the other episodes. All right. We'll see you guys in 5 minutes.
See you guys.
See you guys.
All right, and we're back. You all good, my dude?
Oh, my family just came home. I need to get freaking washing out of the car.
That's all good. That's all good.
It's all right. It happens. All right. So, where were we?
So, I think we're about to pretty much almost just wrap up.
Yeah, really.
Really. Can you give me a couple of your favorite moments in the last 3 episodes?
Well, obviously, the first moment is the huge introduction to this whole new problem that Loki has to face now with the TVA. I really loved how he tried to fight the TVA agent at the start. He's got stuck in like slow motion. We all thought it was actually him like just being punched in the face, but then we saw the TVA agent just like move like just normally in front of him. Like he was stuck in like a million miles. He was stuck so slowly at the moment. Another favorite part is just funny parts for me. I just loved how he's like, this is fine Asgardian leather, and just like the laser, like the robot just like cuts it all off, and I'm like, well then, obviously those lasers actually get through everything. Another part as well. What's another one? I really loved him being a detective. I don't know what it is.
I'm loving this type of show. It's a detective show, and I'm really loving it.
It's like a detective noir show as well. I've got those type of feels as well. I think it's just a really good show because it's showing off Tom Hiddleston's acting chops. Because I really think this is it's his first television show. He's done a lot of movies. I don't know if he's done any television series. I'm just going to check his filmography and see if he's done any television shows. I swear he hasn't done any television shows, but
I mean, most actors do start on TV.
Yeah, a lot of people have. I'm just going to check his Wikipedia.
He was in a TV mini-series documentary. Yeah, he was in one episode of a show called Armadillo.
Yeah,
back in 2001. He was in an episode of a show called Casualty in 2007. He played a character in 9 episodes on another TV show called Suburban Shootout.
I'm just going to check his career. I just want to see if I can find his filmography.
I'm on his IMDb. He was in about 2 episodes called Cranford. Another one from 2008 to 2010 called Molander. So he has done quite a bit. He actually voiced Loki in Avengers Assemble.
Hey.
Oh, wait, in 2000.
I just searched up on Tom Hiddleston's I'm just looking on the cast for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. One of his films that popped up was Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
It's not on his IMDb.
No, but it's in his movies and TV shows.
On Google. I don't really trust that.
No,
I don't trust that at all. We've had other things. Remember, we had James Spader with WandaVision.
Yeah, and not being true.
No, it ended up just being old footage of Avengers.
Yeah,
it was nothing.
Yeah,
so
I'm just a TV guide.
It says after Loki on his IMDb, it says that he's doing an episode of What If as Loki. And then after that, he's in a mini series filming at the moment called The Essex Serpent. But that's it for now.
So he hasn't done a lot of television shows. He's done a lot of movies.
He's done quite a bit of TV series.
But he's more known for being in Broadway. He's done Broadway a lot.
Yeah.
He's done a lot with Broadway, and that's what makes me happy because I'm just like, Broadway's awesome. There's the same thing with Daniel Radcliffe as well. Radcliffe is like, he's known for Harry Potter, but also he got into Broadway. And I think it was before Alan Rickman passed away. Alan Rickman went to go see one of his shows. He said he was blown away by Radcliffe's performance.
It's not even just Daniel Radcliffe too. Like even Jason Alexander, the guy who plays George Costanza,
he's done
a lot of Broadway stuff. So
yeah, he did a lot of Broadway stuff. Another one, I still love the factors of with who's it who's the name of the actress that plays Elaine in Seinfeld? What's her name?
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah, I really loved how she showed up in Falcon and Winter Soldier. You were so happy with Falcon and Winter Soldier. You were so happy. Well, you know who that is. That's Madam Hydra.
I know it's Madam Hydra.
It's
I know.
Madam Hydra, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
But yeah, of course, I was so happy. If you guys don't know, I'm a big Seinfeld fan.
You are the biggest Seinfeld fan that I know. I know for a fact. How many seasons of Seinfeld are there? I swear there are a lot of them.
There's 9.
There's only 9? What?
There's only 9 seasons of Seinfeld.
Only 9 seasons. That can't be right. There's got to be more than that.
No.
How many episodes are in the season?
First season there was only 4.
Only 4?
Only 4. So they did the pilot and it went back onto the shelf. They didn't get picked up immediately. It wasn't until one of the producers just kept hounding and saying, "No, there is something here. There is something here." And then I think like a year or so later, they end up going, "Okay, we'll give you another 3 more episodes."
Because I know for a fact now it's one of the best comedy television series of all time.
Yeah, and they ended on a high note too. They wanted them to continue to do it. They wanted them to do a 10th season, and Jerry's like, "Nah, not doing it anymore." So
do you really think they should have?
I don't know.
As a Seinfeld fan, do you really think they should have done a 10th season?
I wanted one. I want another season, but
do you reckon they should do a Seinfeld movie, perhaps?
I actually have a script for a Seinfeld movie.
It
was a fan made one, and it wasn't too bad. But they've always said they're not really the type of kind of.
I mean, they
kind of. We got it in Curb. There was a whole season of Curb of them doing a Seinfeld reunion.
I don't know if they would do it now because the actor that plays Kramer, isn't he in like a lot of hot water now?
Dude, he's been in a lot of hot water for years.
I know. He was in a lot of hot water after what he did at the Comedy Factory. That was a disaster.
Yeah. He regrets it deeply.
Of course he does. Of course he regrets it. Like I would absolutely regret it so much.
Yeah.
But that's
he got pushed to the point too. Like, I mean, I'm not excusing for what he did, but at the same time, if you get pushed to the point, and supposedly that guy was hounding him all night.
Yeah, allegedly he was hounding him all night, and that's what kind of pushed him. Plus, also the pressure. Like, there's so much pressure when you go to the Comedy Factory and you're going to be on stage there, and you're trying to make people laugh.
Well, considering you were also one of the biggest characters on TV for 9 years.
Yeah.
People are coming to see you, but they aren't. They're coming to see Kramer.
Yeah, and he has to be like, and he can't.
Like, no, this is me. I'm not Kramer. This is me.
This is me. Yeah, exactly. That's the same thing that happens. Like, what's another like? I think that's going to happen with Tom Hiddleston's Loki, and I think that already has. And I think he's one of those actors that can actually just live with it. Be like, you know what? I am Loki. I mean, for goodness sake, look what he did at Comic-Con. He showed up as Loki.
I was talking to somebody today. This is way off topic.
Yeah, we're back to Loki again.
But,
we do to do this.
If some of you guys don't know, there has been a new hashtag call out for Aragon.
Yeah.
For Disney to pick up it as a series.
I love that.
I'm all for it. It needs to be done.
Who do you think
series needs?
Who do you think could play the character that I would love Tom Hiddleston to be in this series. I'm not gonna lie.
I want him to be in that series in Aragon.
I definitely want
I
Jeremy
want him
Irons.
to be Durza.
Yeah, I want to be Durza too. I also really want I want Jeremy Irons to come back as Brom.
I'm not going to say their name because obviously, privacy reasons and everything like that. But let me find it. I said I can't really picture. Sorry, I said that because this person was like, no, Robert Carlyle as Durza, and I was like, nah, man, I want Tom Hiddleston as Durza. And this person's like, I can't really picture Tom playing a truly evil character though. Like, but I'd be down for him playing someone else. He'd make a good elf.
I mean, Tom Hiddleston's acting chops is really good. He can play an evil character. Of course he can.
So I went back to them. I was like, okay, fair enough. But as well, I've never pictured Robert Pattinson playing Batman ever. And after that trailer, he's already got me sold. Like,
come on, you want a good example of Loki? Remember when the first introduction we see him in fucking Avengers? What does he do? He slaughters nearly all of those shield agents on his own with fucking the staff and the throwing knives.
Dude, he pins down that guy and actually takes out his eye.
I know.
Like, if that's not truly evil, I don't know what is.
The thing is, he doesn't want to do that anymore. He regrets doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. But no, look, for me, trying to get back on topic now, for me, my favorite things was him fucking around with that woman, that agent. That is honestly one of my favorite gags I've seen in Marvel in a very long time because it was just subtle.
It was just subtle. It was just funny. Another one of my favorite moments is just him finding the Infinity Stones in that guy's drawer. I'm like, what about when he wants to gut him like a fish, and the guy's like, "What's a fish?"
Forgot about that one. My other favorite thing was when he's trying to try and tell Morbius the plan. Right? And he goes over to the guy, the same guy with the Infinity Stones, is like, "Oh, not you again." Like, I promise I'll give this back to you. Okay, thank you.
He steals Morbius' salad, his lunch. I'm like, dude, I feel.
Why are you just doing the salt and pepper shakers?
I know. The salt isn't just destroys his salad. I'm like, dude, I feel so bad for you. He just wanted to sit there and have his lunch. Like, he's had a long day. Morbius just wants to sit there and just have his lunch.
He's being in trouble.
He's been in trouble. Like, he's been in enough trouble as it is. I mean, for goodness sake, he literally, didn't they just go to a friggin' pocket, to Pompeii's destruction?
Yeah.
But I really loved it as well. Also, remember how in Avengers Endgame, how, whatever we do in the past, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't change it. It still happens. We can literally take pieces apart. That's how they managed to get away with it with the Infinity Stones, because Dead Set, they took them from there, but the event still happened. The past doesn't change because the future stays the same no matter what you change in the past. That's why I think this whole thing with time travel in the MCU actually works. It's not like Back to the Future. I really loved how they really threw those references to Back to the Future, and everyone's just like, wait a minute, so whatever we do in the past, it doesn't matter. I'm like, nope, we could bring stuff from the future, from the past to the future. I mean, that's what Thor did. He brought Mjolnir from the past, and it doesn't matter. All the events had already happened. But the catch is they had to take them back because
at the specific time.
At the specific time. I mean, that's what the Ancient One said to Hulk, said to Bruce. He's just like, we can't just get rid of the gauntlet. We have to take the stones back. They have to go back.
But the biggest question with the stones is, how the fuck do you take back the Soul Stone?
That's a good question.
Like, how do you take that back?
I mean, we never really got an answer for that. I loved all the memes that came out. Like, he's just like, what is your name? I'm Steve Rogers. What? Son of a bitch. Oh my God. Like, I would have loved that, but like, I don't think they really.
I really wish we got him and Red Skull face to face again.
I mean, they would have. I mean, we all thought it was going to be, but the thing is with that Red Skull, that wasn't really Hugo Weaving. That wasn't Hugo.
No,
Weaving.
it wasn't Hugo Weaving. He never came back. But I still wish, I wanted to see those two characters on screen again.
Same.
Fight side by not side by side, but fight
side by side.
Well, we could have had that Steve Rogers run.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
We got that reference in Endgame.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know the Hail Hydra thing.
I did love that. I was like, oh, you just pissed off a lot of people because everyone read that first issue, went, fuck it, I'm not reading the rest of that issue anymore.
Yeah, no, I remember when I saw
it. And actually ended up being a fantastic issue. Like that run, it was so good.
Because it wasn't a real Steve Rogers, it was someone else. It was an imposter.
Mm.
The real Steve Rogers actually came back in time. He actually came back and actually beat that version of Captain America to a freaking pulp.
Which, again, we kind of got with the two Captain America fights.
That is America's ass.
That is America's ass.
I know, freaking love that scene. But no, it was a good setup. But yeah, Loki is an interesting series. It's a great multiverse detective adventure series. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. So let's give our final ratings, Techie. What do you want to give rating for episode 1?
I'll give it a 6.
6? Yeah. Okay. What about episode 2?
Because the reason I'm giving it a 6 is there are parts where I just got really fucking confused.
Yeah, same.
Like when they were talking about a variant, I was like, a variant of fucking what?
A variant of what? Like a variant of the flu?
Well, I just wasn't sure what they were talking about because they didn't really say that they were going for him at that point yet.
No, it didn't at all. Like they just showed up. I'm like, okay, all right then. Because when they showed up,
I honestly did think at first it was, you know who, because of the tease, and I didn't know that they confirmed that it wasn't him.
No,
because I haven't been keeping tabs on this to be honest, getting ready for it. Yeah. So, I honestly thought that was Mephisto at first. I honestly did, because you see that at the beginning of the episode. You see the stained glass window of the devil.
Yeah.
And then and then they're talking about this hooded variant type of thing that's killing everyone. And they go, well,
must be Mephisto. No, it's actually Mysterio. It's not Mephisto, it's Mysterio.
Mysterio.
Mysterio. It's just Jake Gyllenhaal smiling and going, "Hey."
Hey.
But no, honestly, it's been a good series.
What's your rating for episode 1?
I'm actually going to give it a 6 as well. I'm going to agree with your points. I was a little bit confused by it. It felt it was good. It was funny. There were a lot of good funny elements. So Tom Hiddleston was being good. Owen Wilson was being great as well. But
the ticket bit I love too. Like after the guy's like,
ticket,
I haven't got a ticket, and then he sees him just gets disintegrated, and he's like, holds up the ticket.
I just love when he drops down in his outfit. And he's just like, please sign this for everything you just said. And says something. He's like, this is absurd.
This is absurd.
He has to sign all those paperwork.
Yeah.
God, can you imagine how long he'd be there for?
Oh, mate, I know. I'm wondering if that's still going with all the new stuff he's talking about.
Oh, God. And he'll have to sign. He has to sign that again. And also, the thing is, he likes to talk, so that makes it worse for him.
I know. Can you imagine putting him and Deadpool in a room together?
I think Loki might not live. And also, how Loki would try everything he can just to get rid of Wade, and it wouldn't even work.
Just them having a sit-down conversation.
It's like Loki just sitting back and
just doesn't stop. Literally, talkie.
It's Loki sitting back as Deadpool's talking. He's just like, "Get me out of this hell."
Oh, I did want to mention too, one of my favorite things that was in episode 3. Episode 3 or episode 2? No, it was episode 2, where he goes, Oh, no, I'm not going to stab somebody in the back. It's not loyal at all. He goes, I've literally seen you do it 50 times. Well, I don't do it anymore, do I?
I wouldn't do it again. I'm like, I looked at him and I'm like, really? You really gonna believe what he said here? Fuck right off. He will do that in a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah.
But no,
No.
it was good. So how about
episode two? Episode 2, I really loved. I really loved episode 2. I think it found its stride. So I definitely give that about maybe an 8.5.
I'm going to give it a 9 because of Sylvie. Sylvie really made that episode shine. I love that reveal so much. I loved how she was just this. I loved how she introduced herself. At first, she literally was using her magic against Loki and just like really trying to get into his head. I really love the possession part too. Just messing him around and shit like that. I really love the whole.
No, you're right. That bit, I was like, oh fuck! When he's been with that agent the whole time,
yeah,
and then all of a sudden just turns, and you're like, oh shit! Did not know that.
I love how she got into that agent's head.
Oh, I found out where the timekeepers are.
Yeah, found out where the timekeepers are. Like, did that whole illusion and everything, making her believe that she's on like a date with this girl.
Yeah,
really love that. That was a great setup. But you know, I give episode 2 an 8. With episode 3, though, for me, my rating, I'm going to give it a 7, just because of that rushed camera stuff, like camera.
the stiff work on that. Yeah, I'm probably about the same. I'm probably maybe either a 7, maybe 5.5 actually.
Yeah,
just because of that. Just because of that, like most of it was good.
Was great. I like the setup. I like the delivery, especially the train sequence.
The train sequence is cool. But yeah, it definitely. Just because of how stiff that ending was, it just it was so stiff that's why I'm probably giving it that score.
It didn't feel Loki-like to me.
No,
there's no rush camera in that.
No, for me as well. Like what I did love about that train sequence, it actually felt like the train sequence from Solo.
Yeah, it felt like that. Maybe they could I would have loved like a longer train sequence. I just love the fact it just gets tossed out the window.
Just gets tossed out, yeah. And she just jumps out the window with him.
I honestly thought she would have stayed and left in there, but honestly, she didn't.
But because he had the keypad,
and he broke it when he jumped up, thrown out the window.
Well, it wasn't because he got jumped. He threw out the window. He dropped it.
Yeah, he freaking dropped it because he's an idiot.
He was drunk. Well, not drunk. That's my favorite thing. You're drunk. No, I'm not. I'm full.
Because it takes a lot. Because it takes Asgardians a lot longer to get freaking drunk. They have to drink so much. Because they're freaking. Can you imagine Odin drunk?
I know. I just love Odin. Just the way he delivered that line. No, I'm not. I'm full.
I'm like, it reminded me of Blackadder a little bit. Like when he confronts the Black Knight. It's just like, no, it isn't.
No, it isn't.
What's that then? It's a flesh wound.
Tis but a scratch. Just scratch your arms off.
No, it isn't. What's that then? Flesh wound. Favorite scene. If you guys have not seen the
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I highly recommend it. It is so freaking hilarious. The fight between King Arthur and the Black Knight. Ironically, the sword fighting for that is actually really good. It actually is properly rehearsed.
Have you seen the Star Wars edit of that?
Is it just with lightsabers?
Yeah.
Have you seen speaking of really cool sword fights, the fighting in this? I love how Loki fight, especially with Loki using freaking dual daggers and she's just using a giant like a sword. I'm like, I really like that. I also really
I dug the love metaphor too.
Yeah, the love metaphor between.
And he's like, it wasn't good, was he? He's like, nah.
Yeah.
With the dagger.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Oh, no, it was good. It was really
So you're
good.
saying it's like a fake dagger? Wasn't good, was it?
I really love this series. I'm digging it. What was your rating for episode 3?
It was a 5.5 because of the
Mm.
stiff movement.
Yeah,
Right
it
at
was
the
a
end.
7 for me. But the reason why it's a 7, the reason why I boost so much is because of the connection between Loki and Sylvie. Really loved that connection. Really loved how it was handled. But it's a lower score for me than episode 2 because of that rush camera editing and just some of the little pieces in it I'm not a really fan of. But other than that, it was a great episode, and I can't wait for this Wednesday's episode and what happens.
I just want to mention as well, like the Pompeii stuff.
Yeah.
Right? I love how he's just standing there like this. And all the destruction behind him is just coming down right behind him.
I really loved how he proved his point. He was like, Owen Wilson's just standing there looking at the data pad and realizing that the timeline is not changing, even though Loki's done half a dozen things, like warning people that everyone's going to die, the volcano is about to blow and everything. And he's just looking at the fucking data pad and he's like, it's not changing. You were right.
We're from the future, right?
We're from the future, right? We're from the time variance agency. And you're all going to die. And like you can see fucking Owen Wilson, like Morley's his face, he's like, no, what are you doing? How are you doing this?
I bet you was pissing himself laughing when the camera wasn't on him.
I bet you any money, as soon as I start filming, I bet you Owen Wilson's just like, I bet you Owen Wilson, actually no, I reckon Tom Hiddleston would have been laughing more than Owen Wilson. See, here's the thing, Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston have actually worked together before. They've actually worked on multiple films, and they've always got along, and I really love that because I can't find anybody else who'd be great as not only as a great character, but also as a really funny guy. And I just
like a good sidekick with him.
Good sidekick. I love how Morbius calls him like a sidekick. He's like, he's my sidekick, and Loki just looks at him going, "What?" The thing is, when it comes down to it, like I love how when Loki just tells him, I find it absolutely, hilarious that you think you can manipulate me. I'm like I've been one step ahead of you. And I'm like, he's right. He actually has been one step ahead of them. Like, just not his variant, just not him. Sylvie has.
Yes. Sylvie has, yeah.
Yeah, Sylvie has. And Sylvie's always been one step ahead because she just knows how to beat the time agency because she's got her powers and that. Though I did like how when she went inside the TVA, she tried to use some magic and it didn't work. Did you notice that?
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
Which means that was the first time she's actually ever been inside the time variant, inside the TVA.
Yeah. And I believed that was her first time in the TVA.
And she realized it didn't work. That's why she had to use hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
But no, it was good. This is a good series. Overall, I'm keen for more of Loki. I honestly thought I wasn't going to like this series, but now I'm actually liking it.
I'm liking it. That was me with Falcon too. Like,
my first thoughts on the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier was like, it's okay, it's cool. But then it got more and more interesting.
For me, it got like it was a few episodes before I was like, ooh.
For the bread and butter game, especially with John Walker being Captain America and all like that. Like, sorry, just with him, like, hi, I'm John Walker, Captain America. I'm like, no, you're not.
No, you're not. Yeah. Whereas I think for me, still, my favorite has been WandaVision.
Yeah, same. I love WandaVision so much. WandaVision is now my favorite too because just Scarlett, just freaking Elizabeth Olsen and freaking and.
I think for me, it's because I'm a huge TV fan, just as much as I am movies.
I know,
but more TV, and it's just all the references, all the little references in that show that just make it better, because I'm a huge fan of old TV shows too. You know,
I know that. You tell me about it all the time.
like I was watching Get Smart the other day.
Oh wow, that's a great series.
Right?
That intro, the intro is always my favorite intro for a television series. Just him walking down all like the multiple different secret entrances.
It's iconic.
It's iconic.
It's so iconic.
Yeah,
you know, but like even like Bewitched. Like I've got the whole box set here of Bewitched.
Oh wow, that's an old one.
Yeah.
I Dream of Genie.
And I've got all I Dream of Genie as well. I even have the Jetsons on DVD as well.
Oh yeah, the Jetsons.
You know? So seeing those references, especially episode 2 with WandaVision, having the pretty much identical opening theme song of Bewitched.
Yeah.
You know?
Dun, 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 dun,
yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. WandaVision. Dun, 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 dun,
and I think with that was it built up the hype because you're like, ooh, what era are we in now? You know?
Yeah.
And you were looking forward to see what references of TV shows they were doing the next week.
Yes, I agree on that one.
Whereas this, I feel like these should be bingeable. They should be dropping these as a binge series. If they're going to do shows like WandaVision where they have like, all right, this episode's this episode's that, they feel like standalone episodes. Where these, it's like, all right, well, we're on a fucking cliffhanger. You know, drop them all.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, with The Mandalorian, it's a bit different because I feel like those are standard single episodes, and you can watch just one episode without doing it. But these are movies. These are like just long hour movies.
See, the thing is with The Mandalorian is the fact is I love the way it's set with episode by episode because it just reminds me of an old Western because that was the whole inspiration for The Mandalorian was to be an old Western.
It wasn't just Mandalorian. It was Star Wars in general.
It was meant to be like honorable samurai and stuff like that in gunslinging.
It was honoring samurai, gunslingers, even Flash Gordon.
Yeah, Flash.
You know, the original Flash Gordon, not the Flash Gordon we got with the 80s Queen Flash Gordon, which is good.
Yeah.
I love that movie, but yeah. All right, guys, we're going to sign off. We're kind of dragging on with other stuff again.
That's what happens. But you know what, guys?
We're a bit rusty. We haven't done a Disney Plus recap show in a very, very long time.
But we will get back onto the swing of it when episode 4 drops for this.
We'll be doing it again next Saturday night.
Yeah, we're doing it next Saturday night. That's it. And our regular show is tomorrow. And we're going to pretty much talk about some new stuff that's popped up, but a lot of the stuff we were going to talk about last Sunday, which we decided not to do because of our Supernova talk, which we also, once again, want to thank everyone that came and watched that stream, who is also now still finding it and listening to it now. That's still been a roller coaster for us. We really do appreciate everything you've done for us in the last week. We didn't think that would be our biggest show. I mean, we did, but at the same time, we didn't think of how big and how much more followers we'd be getting from that show. Do you agree there, Talon? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, that's message there. I agree. Yeah, that's it. I agree.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we will see you tomorrow night at what time do you want to do tomorrow night show?
So we do 7:30 because that was our original time when we started back in the beginning.
Back in the beginning? All right. Yeah, we can do 7:30.
7:30 is good time. Good time for me. Good time for you. You're home. You're rested and stuff like that. And I think it'd be a good time for everybody.
Cool. All right, guys. So we will see you at 7:30 tomorrow. But before we go, if you do want to catch up on our Supernova talk, which we highly, highly recommend you to go and listen to, you can go and listen to it now, actually, on our Spotify at the Techie and Talon show. It has been the first show uploaded in a very long time on our Spotify, and it was one that we felt like really needed to be out there.
Yeah, I think it's one of our biggest. It is now one of our most listened to like Spotify videos ever. And I'm glad, because what happened with Supernova must not be forgotten. And I'm very glad that everybody came on here to talk to listen to us, to support the show. And just it makes me feel a joy inside at knowing that, hey, I kind of started this whole thing, and now everybody's coming to go view my friends and other supporters as well. And all the hard work that we've put into the show, it's paying off, and a lot of people really love to listen to our show. Even though we don't get a lot of people coming into our live shows, that's okay, because we get people who go watch our videos and they get our content, and they get excited for it. I mean, I tell people about that we have a Spotify, and they're like, "Wait a minute, you're on Spotify?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can listen to us while you're on the commute," and they're like, "I might actually do that."
Yeah, I mean, it's weird, but I only have like a 2-minute trip to work, but after I upload a show onto Spotify, the next morning when I'm on my way to work, I listen to it just to make sure all the edits sound perfectly. But at the same time, I forget that I'm listening to myself. It's really cool. But no, thank you guys. So definitely go check it out there. But also, if you're on Twitch or YouTube, or you are listening to us on Spotify and you found us, go follow us on our Facebook at the Techie and Talon Show. Plus, subscribe to our YouTube channel here at the Techie and Talon Show as well. We are also on Twitch, so go follow us on Twitch at the Techie and Talon Show as well. Also on Twitter at Talon_show. And lastly, go follow our Instagram. We've actually, last maybe week or so, with all of this whole Supernova stuff, been using that a lot more to get our updates out there, letting you guys know when we're about to go live or when plans are and dates are. Now, before we go as well, I want to let you guys know too that we have got our version of Vampire Academy ready to go.
For the rip. Oh, man.
For the rip. For the rip. I have managed to find a copy on DVD.
Which you spent money on.
I spent $2.50.
Okay, that's not much.
I got it at the Lifeline Book Fest. So, $2.50 at Lifeline Book Fest. Not bad for a bad movie. You right there, Talon?
Yeah, I'm good. Just keep chatting, and I'm slowly dying on the inside because I've got to watch Vampire Academy. What has my life become to? In order to do the rip, I have to watch bad movies, but that's not the only movie you showed.
So I only bought one other one. I didn't buy the other two. You
showed me the most offensive movie you could ever show me. You showed me a copy of Dragon Ball Evolution.
Again, $2.50. But I didn't buy it. I didn't buy that one. The one I bought was...
It's not worth $2.50. It's worth nothing. It is $0. It is a failure.
The one that I bought that I feel like we need to do on the rip is the Super Mario Brothers movie.
That would mean I actually have to watch Super Mario Brothers. Oh God! You know this really sad thing about the Super Mario Brothers? There's a scene where they have all these dancers in there. They're actually strippers. They hired real strippers for this movie. Oh God, John Legaspi.
But no,
John.
So, you're right.
I'm getting a call, and no, I'm not answering.
So the rip will be coming for Vampire Academy soon. Mm-hmm. We will have special guests on that show, won't we, Talon?
Yes, we will have a special guest on that show, and that would be your very lovely fiance, who is going to be joining with us because she absolutely despises this film.
She despises it just as much as you despise Dragon Ball Evolution, just as much as I despise Aragon. I also thought that we were probably having your sister involved in that show.
Yes, we will. We will be having my sister involved in that show. I've yet to tell her yet. I'm going to talk to her.
That we got a copy of it.
Hell, I don't even know if she's even seen it, but she knows about Vampire Academy, and like it's It's literally, she knows about it, so I'll have to talk to her.
So that will be coming very soon. Once I can get you your copy of it, over
great.
to you.
What a lovely gift. What a lovely gift. Oh
Hey,
my God.
look. It was in the $2.50 section at the Lifeline Bookfest. All right.
Okay, that's fine. If it's like $2.50 and it gives back to charity,
and
you're buying trash.
The disc looks like it's never been touched. It's practically brand new.
It's never been watched.
That's how bad this movie is. Somebody bought it, watched it once, and went, fuck that, and then threw it into the Lifeline bin.
Oh, man.
But yeah, until then, guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow at 7:30. My name's Techie.
And my name is Talon.
See you guys.